Hello, welcome to We Are Cosmic Nature, the podcast. My name is Kelsey, and I'm honored to deliver a message for you for the new moon in Aquarius happening January 21st, 2023. But no matter when you listen, there could be a message here for you because time is a magical thing. So sometimes exactly what we need to hear comes at a later date. So I'm going to get straight into this chart here. And honestly, at first I was like, oh, there's something a little mysterious about this new moon. Um, I feel very buzzy, like I keep getting chills as I look at the chart. So there's definitely some layer of wonder, mystery, but also just literal newness because the sun and the moon are coming together. That means they're conjunct in Aquarius. And Aquarius is a sign of innovation and change and literally doing things new and beyond the boundaries that we may have. It's about it's literally it's like change, it's goals, it's visions, it's insights. And it rules the higher mind. So, depending on when you're listening to this, but what inspiration has been coming to you lately? This is how the moons communicate with us. I often reflect or just take note on where are my thoughts going? Where's my mind going? What's inspiring me today or lately? And also, what's coming up? What patterns am I noticing in my life? Uh, sometimes there'll be someone says something to you, and then you see something on a show, or someone at the store says something, and you're like, what is this coming up for? Um, or if there's just like, you have an idea and it just kind of keeps percolating. So that's how all the planets communicate with us, really. But when we come up to a lunation cycle, a new lunar cycle, whether it be a new and full moon, you can even go deeper, by the way. You can work with the first quarter moon and the crescent moon and all that. I haven't personally, but I do find the new and full moons to be very helpful in really like a guiding light. Like your moon, the moon, mama moon, rules our internal world, and it's beautiful how she communicates with us. It rules the waters on the planet. It's flow, it's emotion, it's sensation. And then you have the sun, or life force energy, and them coming together at a new moon. And at that time we can't see the moon. We can't it's blocked by the earth's shadow, or honestly, however that works. Don't quote me. I'm very good with the messages from astrology, but the actual astronomy and astrophysics of it, I would need to look at a paper or something. But if you think about what that means, when you can't see the moon, you got to connect to her without being able to see it. So really about feeling, about going within. Um, and it's just a beautiful time. New moons are very sort of inward focused, and a good time to just kind of self-reflect and really just connect. I mean, you can self-reflect all day, every day, as I do, and psychoanalyze yourself to a point where you go a little crazy. Or you could just use this beautiful new moon. So the mystery, the newness, the freshness. This is the first new moon of 2023. This brand new year with brand new energy. And it's significantly lighter. I spoke about this before, but this is a 7-year numerology, which is much more of a lighter energy than the past few years, and it's very refreshing. Now, that is not to disregard the potency of this moon, because it's pretty much conjunct Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn, but it's at the final degrees. So it's very close to Pluto, and Pluto adds a layer of intensity to everything. Um, and I think that this new moon is possibly showing us through patterns and cycles, um, what limitations, um, and sort of, yeah, what routines are you in? Because of Pluto being in Capricorn, and it's kind of like, again, it's in those final degrees, it will be peeking into Aquarius, so really it's showing us, like, it's like wrapping up its job in Capricorn, and Pluto is the transformer. It rules death and rebirth and cycles. So I see Pluto as this potent, like, heavy energy, and not heavy like it's wrong or bad, but it's got weight to it. And I just almost have this vision of this ball, like, rolling through Capricorn, like, rolling through. So Capricorn rules structures and, governments and institutions, and just literally how we make up our, like, physical life, and, like, the things that we do, and just the order and structure of society. Pluto's been revamping that. So, depending on where what house Pluto rules in your charts, what area of your life Pluto rules, that area of your life got a complete revamp in, like, the last 20 years. And we're just really wrapping up those final scrabblings right now. And I think this new moon, if we want to reflect and recognize and remember, um, December 21st, the solstice of 2020, that was Jupiter and Saturn coming together at 1 degree of Aquarius, where this new moon is. A lot has happened. A lot has transpired since then. And Pluto and Saturn came together in Capricorn. I believe it was the end of 2019. So there's just a lot of sort of wrapping up energy happening here. So I think that this new moon it's new and it's fresh, but it's just like, just be clear on what you really want to leave behind from the past, like, handful of years. How do you want to step into this new Aquarius energy with empowerment and with connection to your soul self? The other beautiful thing about this chart is that Venus is conjunct Saturn in Aquarius, meaning that they're together. And I think that this is helping us to recognize the sort of structures and maybe routines and goals that we want to carry forward that are in alignment with our values. Upon reflection on everything we've maybe moved through and transformed in the last handful of years. So I think it's like, really feel into what's important to you and how are you going to build your life from here forward. And that it sounds like a big task. It doesn't have to be. It can just start with creating a new pattern, creating a new cycle, creating a new discipline for yourself, creating a new routine. Um, Maybe you just want to check in on every new and full moon, or maybe you take a bath every week, or whatever feels good for you, like, what's important to you. I would really consider this Venus energy. Venus rules self-worth and what's important. What do you value? Everyone's got different things. We all have, a handful of us will have similar values, but what's important to you? And how do you want to commit yourself to that? Um, Such a beautiful thing. And the more you recognize that you are worthy of these things that are important to you, I think that's part of this sort of Pluto energy being in Capricorn. We it almost felt like the power was to this outer authority. And this is now about, like, your inner truth and your inner authority. I think this new moon is connecting us to our inner authority, our inner uniqueness, our inner values, and helping us to just, like, bring in some new energy so that we move forward in alignment. Build your new reality. Like, literally build your new reality. What do you wanna experience? What's your vision? What's your goals? That's kind of I am recognizing that that question might be sort of triggering for someone, like, "I don't know. I don't know what my goals are. I don't know right now," and that's fine. It's only recently that I've been able to sort of see a vision beyond, like, 6 months. I'm at, like, a year now, so I'm doing better. Ask me what's happening in 5 years, I have no idea, but that's okay. It's I have a general idea of what I want 2023 to look like, and I'm just gonna keep holding that vision and showing up and committing myself to that. Really play with that Saturn energy conjunct Venus at this time, especially at the sun and the moon, conjunct at 1 degree where Saturn and Jupiter were, creating a whole new cycle. What do you wanna commit yourself to? Commit yourself to yourself. I think that feels really good. And we deserve it. And yes, the more that you commit yourself to yourself, you actually do end up helping the collective because you standing in your truth and your power shines so brightly and creates a ripple effect and helps everyone around you, your entire community and the world. I'll share one last thing that I do in my morning practice. I have a morning sadhana. So essentially, that means I am connecting to my breath and mantra and meditation and different movements um, through Kundalini and then also my own just little flow. But it's usually at the end, I kind of put my hands over my heart and I just like literally envision the greatest sort of love quake coming from my heart and like just like a blast around the earth and just connecting to every living thing like rocks, people, ants, whatever, birds, just this. So, um, sending that energy to you now and happy new moon, happy Aquarius season. This is exciting, beautiful energy as always, and I will see you on the next episode.